Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime on which you've been arrested. As you appear before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you will get a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pre-trial release which will be imposed upon you. I will determine this morning whether you would like the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, and colleagues, or counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Miranda Kofelt. Ms. Kofelt, can I have your date of birth?
8/27/82.
Okay, you are here today for a grand theft. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Yes.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. State.
Your Honor, I don't show any history.
Okay. I have an address to a Wakefield Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
I'm sorry?
How long have you lived there?
A year.
Do you have a job?
No.
Okay, I'm going to set the bond at $1,000, and we're going to see you back to court in this case on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Make sure to reach out to your public defender, okay?
Thank you.
Ashley Ford. Can I have your date of birth?
07/08/96.
Okay. You are here today for a domestic battery. I did not find probable cause for your arrest. I did not find probable cause because there's no indication from the victim that it was against the will of the victim. I'm going to ROR you at this time, but we're going to see you back to court on July 13th at 9 in the morning. Just because you're being released on your own recognizance today does not mean that the State Attorney's Office will not prosecute this case. They very likely will prosecute this case, so you do need to be back to court on July 13th. I'm not going to appoint a public defender at this time because I'm not really sure whether you need one yet. We'll decide that when you come back to court on July 13th, okay?
Thank you.
All righty. Jenny Hayes. Can I have your date of birth?
13/1976.
All right, you are here today for a driving on suspended driver's license. They have it listed as a third or subsequent offense. I only find probable cause for a misdemeanor driving on suspended driver's license. They've charged you with a felony. I only find probable cause for the misdemeanor pursuant to Florida Statute 322.3410A, indicating that if it's only a financial suspension, then it should only be charged as a misdemeanor. Do we have any priors for Ms. Hayes, other than the driving?
Other than the driving, Your Honor. We do petty theft in 2011. That's the most recent, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, I show that your driver's license is just suspended because you have, let's see, child support issues that you need to take care of. So you need to make your way down to child support enforcement and figure out what's going on with that and see if you can get your suspension cleared up. It's been suspended since May, according to the DMV. So I find PC only for the misdemeanor. I'm going to set the bond at $100. And I'm going to see you back to court on July 13th at 9 a.m. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office for you at this time, or do you want to wait?
I'll wait.
Okay, if you can get your driver's license back, and come to court with your driver's license on July 13th, then you could be looking at a reduced penalty. So get to work on that, okay? Melody Rodriguez. Good morning, can I have your date of birth?
12/27/76.
All right. You are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner. I did find probable cause for your arrest. He wants you held no bond right now until you get back to court in front of him, so we're going to keep you held no bond. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
No, I have a private attorney.
Okay, who do you have, ma'am?
Amanda McAllis. Sorry.
Amanda McAllis?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we will see you back to court on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? Sherry Klein? Hi, Ms. Klein, can I have your date of birth?
12/6/1990.
All right. You are here today for misdemeanor driving on suspended driver's license. I did find probable cause for your arrest. State issue, other than the driving record.
Yes, Your Honor, battery in 2009, theft in 2012, possession of paraphernalia and possession of a controlled substance in 2013. Your Honor, she looks like released from prison in 2016. And in 2017, a conviction for driving a license suspended as a third offense.
Okay. All right, Ms. Klein, I have an address for you on Eucalyptus Lane in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About a year.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. We're going to see you back to court on July 13th at 9 a.m. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court then. Daniel Corbin. Mr. Corbin, can I have your date of birth?
12/3/75.
Okay. You are here for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on June 18th. I did find probable cause for your arrest. It's based on, looks like a new law violation. That he wants you held no bond until you get back in front of Judge Merritt. So we're going to keep you held no bond and see you back to court June 26th at 9 a.m. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
I think we have one appointed already.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court June 26th.
One request, we spoke earlier this week for the other violation of probation, and you had set the date for the 6th. Is there any way that could be run concurrent?
Your Honor, he has a court date in front of you on July 6th.
Okay.
The court date you just said is in front of
Judge Merritt.
Merritt.
So it's two different judges. You have two different cases, one misdemeanor, one felony. So you're going to have two different court dates, okay?
Is there any way to move that up at all, to expedite that?
If your attorney wants to do that, they know how to do that. But we're not going to do it this morning.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks. Thomas Holman?
Mr. Martin,
Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
November 5th, 1981, ma'am.
All right. You are here this morning for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Eineman on June 14th. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Okay, I'll keep the public defender's office. We're going to hold you no bond until we see you on July 10th at 9 a.m., okay? That's in front of Judge Merritt.
Yes, ma'am, thank you
All
very much.
right. Mark Ingram? Mr. Ingram, can I have your date of birth?
6386.
All right, you are here this morning for a burglary of a structure, grand theft auto, ×2. So I did find probable cause for your arrest on all of these. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
Your Honor, grand theft in 2009, a possession of a Schedule I drug in 2012, and he was released from prison, it looks like, in August of 2017.
Okay. I have an address for you, Mineral Stone Drive in Webster. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
All
All right. You were released from prison just last year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what were you in DOC for?
Cultivation of marijuana.
Okay. Do you have a job?
It's side job, and it's all under the table.
What kind of work?
Variety, handyman, mechanic.
Okay. I'm going to set your bonds at 10,000, 4,000, and 4,000. Appointed the public defender, and we'll see you back to court on all of these cases on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Robert King. Can I have your date of birth?
February 11th, 1991.
Okay. You were here this morning for possession of a firearm by a felon and a violation of your probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest on each of these. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. We're going to see you back to court on these cases on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning. There's no bond on the violation of probation, and it's a $10,000 bond on the possession of a firearm by a felon. We'll see you back on July 20th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Stephen Lewis? Can I have your date of birth?
9/26/69.
All right. You are here this morning for a assault on a law enforcement officer, possession of marijuana, 3 counts of possession of a prescription drug without a prescription, and a possession of paraphernalia, as well as a resisting. I found probable cause for your arrest on everything except for the assault on law enforcement. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. For count number 1, you're going to be ROR. For the remaining counts, they're going to be $1,000 each, and we'll see you back to court on July 13th at 9 a.m., okay? Dianchi McAllister. What is your date of birth?
5/29/99.
529?
5/29/99.
All right, the PC says 522.
My program messed it up.
Okay. All right, well, we'll let the record reflect that your correct date of birth is 5/29/99?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You are here today for a battery on a jail detainee. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. I see what he's in jail for. Is there anything other than that?
What he's in jail for, Your Honor?
But what he was in custody for, yeah.
Okay,
He was at Eckerd.
right. No, Your
Any
Honor.
other prior record?
Well, I'm trying to... No, Your Honor, just what he's in jail for.
Okay. How long have you been at Eckerd?
It will be a year on the 22nd.
All right. We're going to keep your bond at $2,000. We're going to see you back to court on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Someone from the public defender's office will be out to see you soon. Paul Tuma? Mr. Tuma, can I have your date of birth?
August 27th, 1973.
You were here today for a violation of the injunction for protection of domestic violence. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
Your Honor, his most recent is, it looks like out of New York. There have been no other arrests for any kind of violation of injunction or batteries. Their alcohol, like 2011, I think, is the most recent and it's out of New York.
What was it?
criminal contempt. There was a DUI.
Okay. All right, sir, I have an address on Ferrandino Way in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
About
so
3
that,
years now.
all right, that is not the home that you've been ordered not to go to, right?
That is the home now.
Okay. And that's not where you live then. Where do you live?
I've been staying with friends on, what is it, Flamingo Drive in Hernando Beach.
Do you know the address?
Offhand, I don't. Offhand.
Okay. You will need to provide the jail with an address before you are allowed to bond out. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I sell packaging, plastic.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. We're going to see you back to court on July 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And a condition of you bonding out is that you provide your current address where you're staying to the jail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Justin Van Boy. Can I have your date of birth?
2/25/89.
You were here today for a failure to appear. It looks like you failed to appear for a violation of probation on a battery and a tampering with a witness. I always thought that was a felony. Why is that listed as a misdemeanor? Anyway, it's a warrant signed by Judge Hitzman back in December of 2016. So I did find probable cause for your arrest. From what I understand, probation is recommending 220 days. 210, I'm sorry. 210 days to resolve this today. But it sounds like you have some things going on in Texas and that you might have a violation of probation going on there as well.
Excuse me, I was just made aware we also should have an active warrant out of Hillsborough for grand theft and fraud.
Okay.
That's active now also.
Okay. Do you want to take the 210 days now, or do you want me to appoint a lawyer and have you come back another day?
I have a lawyer.
Who do you have?
Mr. William Whitehead. He said everything was going to be cleared up. He's talked to Mr. Story, my probation officer.
Yeah.
And he said that I just got to pay $650 and that would be taken care of.
Okay. So we'll keep you held no bond at this time. We'll see you back to court on July 13th, okay? Robert Vasquez. What's your date of birth?
12/14/95.
Okay, you were here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Hitzman on June 28, 2017 for giving false information to law enforcement. So I did find probable cause for your arrest. Is there an offer for him to resolve this?
The recommendation was 20 days, Your Honor.
Okay. You can resolve it for 20 days for Hernando County Jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you have in, or I can appoint a lawyer and have you come back another day.
No, ma'am, that's fine.
I'll take the 20.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Do you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up right to have a hearing on the matter?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up right to confront witnesses at that hearing, call witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. You want to give up all those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With regard to the violation of probation on 2017 MM1264, do you admit that you violated?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. Adjudicate you guilty, revoke and terminate your probation, sentence you to 20 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You have $50 cost of prosecution assessed against you and the cost of incarceration. That should clear it up. Okay? Alvin Espelin. Can I have your date of birth?
12/4/78.
All right, you were here today for a failure to appear in front of me on June 13th for a no valid driver's license. So I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to take care of that case today? We'll go ahead and give you time served.
Say that again, please?
You want to take care of your case today? I'll go ahead and give you time served for the 2 days that you have in jail.
You're trying to start with that. I want to, can I sit and have a word?
Well, here are your choices. You take the plea for the 2 days time served. You'll have fines and court costs that you can make payment arrangements on through the clerk of court. If you don't want to take the plea, then I'll appoint an attorney for you. We'll see you back to court on July 13th. Which one do you want?
The first one.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
Okay. With regard to the no valid driver's license, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
Guilty.
I'll accept your plea of guilty. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Send you to 2 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs in the amount of $438 and the cost of incarceration assessed against you. Work out a payment plan with the clerk's office when you get out.
All right, thank you.
Daniel Selbach. What's your date of birth?
3/11/89.
You are here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Toner for possession of controlled substance ×2. There's $4,000 bond on each of those. I did find probable cause for your arrest. We're going to keep those at $4,000. We're going to see you back in front of Judge Toner on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Do you have the public defender already?
I don't think so.
Who do you have representing you?
I'm not sure.
Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the public defender's office. See you back to court on July 20th.
Ma'am, may I say something, please?
Sure.
When I was originally booked on this charge, I just got a job. I've been working for the past month. And I missed court. I talked to my bondsman, and I had set up to rebond out at the end of the week. And as long as it wasn't too much, is there any way you can just reduce it a little bit? I have a little bit of money saved up, and I can go back to work and continue to try to do the right thing. I don't want to fall back into the... I'm not asking for a lot, just a little bit. I just can't afford all that.
Okay. I understand what you're asking, but you're asking the wrong judge. You need to have your attorney talk to Judge Toner about that. I'm not going to change his bonds amounts on his failure to appear. So get in front of Judge Toner and ask him if he'll do it, okay?
Thank you.
All righty. Ricardo Hargrove. Sir, can I have your date of birth?
June 26, 1981.
Okay. You are here today on a writ of bodily attachment, basically saying that you have fallen behind on your child support obligations. I have an order here saying that you were ordered to pay child support, that the arrears are about $6,500 as of May 14th, 2018, and they are looking for a cash purge of $669. So what's going on with your child support? Why haven't you paid it?
I was just currently on probation. Around the same time, I had a writ put out for me, and I had programs and everything to do, but I had lost my job from incarceration. So I just got my probation terminated. I was just getting me a job situated, and I'm here today to find out what I can do.
Okay. When was the last time you worked?
Last time I worked was like in March,
Okay.
March or April.
Okay. What kind of work did you do?
I was doing steel, I worked for Majestic Steel and Strike.
What kind of work is that? What is that?
Steel and concrete, asphalt.
Oh, okay. Was that full time?
It was full time, but my hours were like low. I wasn't even putting in 40 hours a week. I probably get like 28 hours a week.
Okay. Do you know when the last time was that you paid child support?
Not really.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Are you able to work? You're able to get a job?
Yes, ma'am. I was getting the job Friday. I was supposed to have an interview Friday, but I was arrested Friday.
He's been held in the Hillsborough County Jail.
Okay.
According to the paperwork.
What kind of work were you supposed to start on Friday?
Well, I was going to do modeling and acting modeling
Okay.
for John Casablanca.
Okay. All right. So how much money can you come up with in order to get out of jail?
My dad told me he can pay like $69 because the rent was like $696, I think, and he got confused with a bond. It said bond, but then it said purge. But he was like, he can come up with the $69 or whatever.
Well, it's $669 is the purge. Is he going to pay the whole $669?
Oh no, he won't be able to do that. I know he can be able to do that.
All right. Well, how much then? 100?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to set the purge at $100. Okay. You got to pay the $100 or do 10 days jail.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Did we get everyone to jail? Have a good day.